Hello everyone, welcome to day 364 of playing chess every day for you. Let's find the game. We got the black pieces against e4, so we know the moves. Let's see if they push or take. They actually take. If they develop their knight, I'll just play solidly. Open up my bishop. If they give me any checks, I can always just block with my knight and then I'm okay. Queen over. It does see this pawn. Does see this. I mean, I think I just developed the knight here. If they jump in, I can protect. They also have checks, then they develop, so let's probably just develop this knight. If they go here, then I block. And let's probably play e6 and develop the dark squared bishop. They play like this. Okay, I think I should bring out my light squared bishop, but I can't actually do that at the moment. I can attack the queen, but it just moves. I don't want to lock this piece in with e6, but I might have to if they don't move their queen. I think for now let's just develop the knight. If they come into pin, I just push. I could play g6 and then play bishop g7, which looks nice. Although my bishop would be looking at a wall of pawns. They pin, so I kick. If they go back, obviously I go here. Why not take some space? Could even push, because if they took, I'd have a fork. If they push through, I take. But the thing is, if they push and I take, this hangs. So I might have to play queen up. I could play something like queen here and then push. Queen here, they will take this though. They are attacking this almost. Let's play e6 and stay solid. After e6, I can then play this move. If they pin me, I just break the pin. Yeah, I'm threatening. Okay, I'll break the pin here before anything else. Threatening this move, because if they take, I have a fork. And if they push, I still have a fork. And if they don't do anything, I just take. And then bring my rook into the game. They have no way of taking here. And now I'll be threatening moves like this, which hit the bishop. Hit the bishop and hit the knight. And if they took, that would actually be not losing for me, but not the best. Let's push here. Try to open the board. If they push, I have a fork. If they push, I take with a fork. And if they don't, if they take, same thing. Okay. That does really weaken their bishop though. Takes, I develop my rook, and my rook can come in and create some problems. So takes, they take rook b8. Takes, they just take rook b8. My rook can come in and pressure this. Actually pinning this to the queen, so then I'd be able to take. If they just protect, I would have moves like this. And they'd waste the tempo. Okay, now takes, knight takes. And if I take him, I mean I can just go here. And if they take, I take. If I take, the knight takes. If I just go here, takes, the queen would take. I think bishop d6 is just best. And I can threaten to jump in here and hit the rook and the knight. If they pin me, I take. I'm almost threatening to take, but not really. Although I can take, and if they took, I'd have a pin on the knight and I'd be attacking the bishop. And all my pieces would be very active here. Be very nice for me. Let's see if they take. Jumping in seems like an idea. Okay, they just play there and hold on to the bishop. Now takes, knight takes, queen up. I do really like kicking the bishop away because it would have to give me a check and just waste time. And if not, here if the bishop goes back, I just jump in here. Then they'd be winning a pawn. I do like this move though. This square looks very nice for me. Takes, the knight takes. Do you think I should improve this knight? It's already protected, so that's good. They protect again. Takes, takes, takes. I can go here. Also, that would lose the pawn. But my bishop is pinned, so I have to be careful. If they have a take, I have to take. They check me. I can play here, but then I lose the bishop. So that check is actually quite annoying for me. Maybe here, but I lose a piece. Maybe knight back, but then I lose the bishop. So if bishop here, they can take here. And that's a big problem. So I might have blundered this move just because I can't actually block with the bishop. Because they take. But if I block and they take, I can take here. And I guess they win an exchange. Let's see, if I block and they take. Yeah, let's see this. I block. If they take, I take here, I win the piece. They'd be just winning an exchange. That's not good. Let's play king over and stay safe. I could play king up. That looks more dangerous. But I think king up is okay in this situation. King up looks okay, and my rook can also protect me. But then they pin my knight to my king. I don't really like that much. Let's play king f8 and just stay safe. Knight here. If they take, I take. I don't really like opening up the queen. If knight in, they just take. Well, they actually castle. Now takes the queen, takes, my rook hangs. Then I have this move. I also have this move now. And the knight must be protected by a rook. And then I can jump in here. I do like jumping in. But takes. Yeah, I do like jumping in because if takes, I can open up my bishop, which looks very nice. So let's actually go for this. If they take, that really helps my position. And here I'd be threatening to take with the rook, I think, or with the knight. Being careful not to hang any pieces. If they take, like I said, my bishop opens up. I think that looks very powerful on attacking this square. They do take. Now I have to, I guess I weaken the center. But I have bishop b7 coming in. Which looks very good for me. Really nice. A rook trade. I have this move. Oh, takes, rook takes, not good for me. Bishop here, I think takes. No, I can't really go for takes and then takes. Because that's just not good. Also, bishop here, the queen must move somewhere. It doesn't really have many places to go. Has to be very careful. If they take, well, here they can take with the rook though, that's the problem. Here, maybe here. Takes, if the rook takes. Then I take with the check. Maybe I'm forced to take here, I'm not sure. I could just move my rook. So takes, they take, they open up their rook. If I play here, they just take, obviously. Here they can take. I think I need to take this first. But then they take a full rook. So maybe I need to... Well, my rook's really protected. So I don't have to worry about that. Now here they take though. Maybe my knight should come in here. I am not sure why I want to play here. King up and rook in looks good. This is a very annoying move from them. They did hang this. I can't do much about that. If I go here, I guess the rook's safe, and then I don't threaten this move though, which is very annoying. Here, if they take, it's a big problem. I think I have to simplify here by taking, unfortunately. Rook up, I could just play queen here. I could take and play queen here. But then they pin my bishop to my king. Although they actually can't at the moment. So that's good. I'd love to be able to play bishop here to attack with the queen, but they are there. Let's play maybe here. Like right now I can already play this. Then they pin my bishop to my queen. I dislike that. I could probably afford to take the free pawn here. They have a big attack on me though. I think knight to the center is a good move. I just disconnect the queen from coming in. And then I threaten to take the bishop. This looks very nice. I do attack the bishop actually. Almost. The knight's just in the way. And if I take here, then the rook comes in, which I dislike very much. But I always just take the bishop. This queen and rook combo looks very dangerous. I'd love to take this bishop and just trade down. Bishop down, I mean. It's a nice move. I can just take this bishop now, don't I? If the knight takes, I take, and the queen takes, which threatens to hit my... to pin my queen to my king. If I play here, I'm triple attacking the bishop, but they take with a check. And that's a big problem. If I take, then they come in and pin my bishop to my queen completely. I think I have to play a move like taking the bishop with my bishop, because then the knight has to take. Let's see this. Takes, the knight must take. I take, the queen must take. I have moves like this. No, I don't. I could play this now and attack the bishop again. Then they take. I think this move might be the best for me. I attack the bishop. I think this move's best. They can't really come in and pin me. Let's go for this. If they take, I just take. And if they can't really win material there, the bishop must move, and then I have a check on the king, which looks really nice for me. Or they have to push, which weakens their king a lot. Okay, I have to take that piece, definitely. Let's see if I take here, the bishop's still hanging. If the knight takes... well, takes, the knight takes, I take, the knight takes. If I take the bishop, they can't win this, but then I win this, so they can't really take that. They can win the pawn, but I win the piece, so they can't afford to do that. Well, they actually can, because if takes and takes, I can't take because of mate. Very annoying. Okay, they hold on to the piece like this. But that actually helps me just take and play here. And also my bishop's protected, so I could just play it calmly. If I play here to hit the rook, they just move. What I have to do is free up my king here. This is still hanging, so I definitely want to protect it. So if I take and the knight takes, I have to play here. But then they pin my bishop. Very annoying position now. Takes, the knight takes, I have to play like here. The knight take anyway. Then I can pin the knight to the queen. So let's say I take and the knight takes and I play here. If they choose to take, I have this. And I'm pinned the knight to the queen. I think that's good for me. Let's play like this. If they do choose to take with the queen, I'll just accept that I'm losing a pawn. It's not that bad for me. If rook in, that is annoying, but I play queen up. No, I play king over. And run my king, I think. I always have this move too. If they choose to take, I think that just allows me to play bishop b7, pinning the knight to the queen. Then they have to protect it, but that doesn't really work. I have to be very careful of this rook, obviously. This rook is very annoying. I had to trade my rook off, I think. If I moved the rook, I think that would have been worse for me. Right now I need to focus on opening my king some escape square and bringing my rook into the game. If I do that, then we're equal. Right now I'm losing because of rook b8, I think. Rook b8, and because then they can take after. Rook b8, yeah, I can't move my bishop. I have to play king up, and that just allows them so much. If they take the rook, bishop b7, looks very good. They might have to take, and then move the knight. f6 looks good. Queen over. Queen over. Maybe trying to just double up and come in. Obviously take, but if they do take, I have an attack there. If I push now and try to bring a rook in, I think that's the best play. If I go here and they take, I do have this. So they have to be careful. I think I push. I maybe have to push this pawn though, which is safer for me. And if they took, I'd have this again. Then rook takes, I'm safe. I am allowing them to bring their queen in, so I have to be careful, but if my rook can come to e8, I think I'd be completely fine. I'd also be threatening to just remove the knight. Queen up, stopping my king from developing, hitting my rook. If I play here, the queen has to move. Now this isn't that nice for me. I mean, queen here, they take my rook. If I push, could play king here, but that's just so bad. They also come in to pin my bishop, and I think I'm lost, so I might have to kick the queen away here. And this might be the best move. Oh, that just hangs a pawn. Okay. Well, now I'm completely lost, because they're taking my rook almost. I think here they come in to pin my bishop. I have to queen trade very badly. I hang just a very important pawn here on f6. That was a silly move from me. I probably had to just play king g8. Or rook over, actually. Rook over looks fine. Actually, rook to g8 just looks completely fine here. I don't know why I didn't look at that. If the knight takes, I just play here. Improve my bishop. Now they come in to pin me. And I will probably have to... Well, my bishop's protected, so that's fine. But I can't trade the queen off, which is a big problem. And if I can't really attack the rook either. If I play here, they take. And I'm just completely lost. They will probably try to attack my bishop. My bishop is pinned. And actually knight here just looks like it wins the game almost. Because I can't take... I think knight to e6 now wins the game. I'm completely lost here. Because I can't take that. And my king is also completely trapped right now. If I play here, they just take. This is completely lost. I blundered on f6. I don't know what to play. Queen here. They'll just jump in. I mean, queen here looks like the only real move. Then they take here. The rook has to move. Yeah, still knight in just looks terrifying. And if I take, they'd... Okay, now knight in. I have to move my queen back, and it's just mate on f8, I think, if after this. Wow, because of the pin I can't take. But then takes. Yeah, I just lose material. If the rook takes, I have to take and resign. Yeah, that's just sad. Because I can't save my queen. Very annoying. Very annoying. I think just the move f6 lost. Completely on the spot. Now the knight can just come in with a check, and it's actually made, I think. Yeah, knight check, it's actually lost for me. I actually have to give up my rook too. Unless they hang their queen, which would be funny, but I don't think they will. Let's say they move the knight. Okay, they're allowing me to run. If they hung their queen here, that'd be funny, but they're just being careful. Now this move, I think, just wins the game, because they take my knight, they take my rook, I take their knight, and they pick up a pawn, and they just win by pushing and winning these pawns. Queen g7 just wins. They play knight g7, which lets me attack the piece and almost trap the piece. Knight e6 works, but nothing else. Yeah, that move works. I can't really hit the queen or anything. I think I just resign here. This is unwinnable, I think. There's no good move here. Just make a pawn move. Just knight up. I do have a check, but I just hide. I don't think I can push here. That just loses. I don't even have this though, which is a problem. And here they just take. I mean, my rook's out of the game now, so I'm just completely finished. If they play here, it's just to win. They could still blunder the game if they allow me too much. There's actually a mate on g6, I didn't see. Let's just look at this game here. They played with a 78, I played with a 67.7. And I made 2 blunders and 2 mistakes. The game was actually even for most of the game, very equal. But I had a massive blunder here in the middle of the game. And then I think f6 just lost me the game at some point, let's see. The exchange Caro-Kann, I haven't really played that much. Kick the bishop away. Play like this. Yeah, this move was bad because it allows them to stop me from castling. Let's say I play here. Let's say I play here, is that good? No, because they take. And then if I take, they just up an exchange. So yeah, that would be bad for me. Like I said, I'll be done exchange. I just play here. My idea was that my bishop can come alive, but they play a very annoying move. Now let's say they didn't do that. Let's say if they allowed me to play bishop here. That'll actually be quite good for me. I think this diagonal is very strong. And then I can play moves like knight here. Or knight here. Instead though we have to trade rooks. Yeah, it's my only choice. Because they can pin my bishop down there. Knight to the center, best move. Bishop down isn't the best. This is a blunder. Because I blunders a pawn. So that's the big mistake. Here I already had to take this bishop. And if they took, then I have to take, I think. No. I cannot take, because then they pin my bishop. After this, I'd have to play g6. This position actually looks very balanced. Instead though, I play queen up, which attacks the bishop, but it does allow them to take my knight, which is a blunder for me. Luckily for me, they miss it. Here I'm supposed to actually just play bishop e6 and stay safe. Protect this pawn. Very weak pawn. Queen over is not good. g6 is just the best move and allowing them to take. Because then I guess, no, I can't pin their knight because they just take. But maybe that'd be good. Let's say they take. If I pin. No, that's just a mistake because here, and it's actually mate, so I can't even take the queen. And yeah, this move isn't bad. It is very bad from them actually, because they just don't take a free pawn. G6 is the move that loses here, and it wasn't actually F6, it was G6, because they can play Queen E5. And that tempers my rook. My king can't come to defend. I think by far the best move here is just literally rook G8. And I'm still completely lost, but it's not as bad. And then this pin looks very strong. I'd have to play down. I'd be completely losing, but still in the game. Here I just hang a pawn. This is a silly move. Don't know why I played it, and then they just win the game because of this. If this is losing, I have to play queen up and disconnect everything. Queen up is the only working move here. Yeah, just a knight move here wins the game. They just had this. It's mate and then my queen hangs. I'd have to play here and give them this here and then this. So that'll be very bad. That's a blunder because of just forced mate. What I have to do is just king up and run. Actually, that makes a lot of sense here. This actually looks not tough for them to win, but more difficult. Now the queen hangs. I have discoveries on the rook. The rook hangs actually. This is complex. What do they have to play? They have to play rook away. Rook away is the best move. Because, why rook away? If I take the queen, that's not so easy to see. But instead we just trade down and I lose. But that's it for today's game. Thank you guys for watching and I'll see you tomorrow.